Okay, here goes 5. 10. 15. This should be one too many. Whoop. Howdy folks, it's AJ the Hunting Gear Guy, and this is the Catch 22. It's a portable little 22 shell holder for when you're heading out into the bush to go shoot some squirrels or do whatever. And it holds 50 rounds in these little tubes that you can slowly expose as you're moving them over. Now, why would you want to do that instead of just carrying a box of 50 in your pocket? Because this is quite a bit bulkier than a box of 50. Well, this has a belt clip, so you don't need to dig in your pockets if you've got tight jean pockets trying to fish shells out of there. So that's a little bit nicer. But the other really killer feature of something like this is if you have a tube-fed 22. So if you have, let's say, like a Remington Nylon 66, or some of the Marlins, Marlin 60? Is a Marlin 60 a tube fed? There's a bunch of other tube feds out there. You see we've got bullets forward. This would be if you're tipping it in through the back, like on a nylon 66. Now, if you're going to do this with a tube fed from the front, you can just throw those bullets nose down into the tube, and it'll hold 5 per tube, and one on the table if you drop one. And then you just end up with something like that. So then afterwards, all you do is you put that on top of your tube, and you slowly adjust those, and they feed out of the Catch 22. So kind of a neat little, is it a gimmick? I don't think so. Like I think if you were to head out and you're going to shoot like about 50 rounds and not really many more, this would be pretty tight, pretty nice. You could throw that in a range bag or something like that. And unlike your box of 50 shells, it's not going to like spew open and throw shells everywhere, because this is a fairly tight lid on here. It's not going to come off without some pretty serious resistance, and it'll hold your shells in there pretty easily as well. So kind of an interesting idea. Again, I think you wouldn't even consider one of these unless you have a tube fed 22 LR, because that's where it really comes into play, and that's where this would be a lot nicer to use. Thanks for watching.